Build Your Lane, episode 3. Not really that there's episodes, but back again to talk to y'all about something that I really think about a lot and I really wanted to share. And it's really the message of you can't pray for blessings you're not prepared to carry, is really what I want to talk about today. Because the biggest thing is or what resonates me a lot, or with me a lot, is that my dad used to make a joke because I used to pray, tell him, I was like, dude, I'm praying all the time and I just don't really get it. I really want to figure this out. And so I kept praying for patience. And he said, that's a mistake they even talk about in the Bible. You don't pray for patience, you pray for strength to be patient. Even in the, what is it, the Evan Almighty, the Morgan Freeman's got a line like that where, you don't want to, really in a sense, is like if you pray for patience, you are given the opportunity to wait. If you pray for strength, you're given the opportunity to be strong. You're given, you pray for courage, you're given opportunities. You're given opportunities to be courageous. So the reason why I bring that up is because it's the way you frame your ask, essentially, where you might say, I really want to I pray that I'm going to make $1 million, or let me rephrase, I pray that I'm going to make a lot of money. Well, what is a lot of money? A lot of money could be $2 to a lot of people. Like a funny side note, my grandmother used to send me and my brother's birthday cards, and every year they would have $2 in them. Because when she was little, $2 was a lot of money. So when you ask and you just say something pretty vague like that, like a lot of money, or a new job. Well, a new job could be a new job, but it could be not the right job. Where, for example, I was praying for a new job for the longest time when I moved out here 2 years ago. I was praying for a job. I was like, I just need a new job, And I got a job at a dealership that I thought was going to be the best. I thought it was going to be a really good idea. Did I meet a lot of cool people there? One of my best friends I met there? Yes, absolutely. Was it quite literally the worst job I've ever worked in my entire life? 100%. So, yes, I was asking for a new job, but I wasn't asking for the right job. You don't want, when you do your asks, you need to be specific. You cannot be vague. And yeah, you really just don't want to be vague. And it really does come down to the way you ask. Even when you ask other people for things, you don't just say, hey, I can't think of an example, but you just, when you ask for something and you're not this specific, 9 times out of 10, they end up like kind of doing the job. You're like, well, yes, you did it, but you didn't do it exactly the way that I needed it done. So it's like when you ask, God for something and you're like, oh, I need some money. Like, well, you just here's a quarter you found on the ground. here's a new job that's not really the job you wanted, but it's something, I guess. So, it's like, you really do need to be specific. So what I've been really teaching myself is like, when I ask for things, when I pray, not only am I always grateful, you always want to start off with being grateful, but it's also like, you have to say, all right, thank you for this, because I already know what's coming. And then you say, thank you for doing X, Y, Z, and making me the person that can handle that. Maybe you're not the person that makes $100,000 a year, $1 million a year. You're not the person that can have a girlfriend right now, a boyfriend right now, because you are the person you need to be first to have that. So what do you say? Well, God, I need to make $100,000. I want to make $100,000. That is the goal that I'm setting for myself. I need to do this. I will do this. Thank you for helping me. But also, thank you for making me the person that can deal with the life around, or the world around, and the inner world around, being that person that can bear to handle to making $100,000. I know a little long-winded, and you could obviously word it the way that you want, but it's really just make me the person that can handle the thing that I want. I want to be the person that helps other people and plays with cars. So God, make me that person that not only does great things for other people, but gets to play with cars. You know, as funny as it sounds, like it really doesn't matter. Like it's what you want, but it's just the phrasing. It's really the ask. Don't be vague. Even the one that I just used for an example is pretty vague, but that's really what I want to talk about. Like, don't pray for blessings you're not willing to carry. Don't ask for things that you're not prepared to carry. You know, obviously, um, when you pray, oh God, I want to be this, this type of person. I want to be the person that makes $100,000 a year, and then you're given opportunities that you really have to push yourself, and you really have to lock in, and you really have to put your head down and start grinding, and you give up on it. It's like, well, you weren't ready to be that person. You're not the person that's ready to bear that burden of making $100,000, or whatever it is. It's like I think Alex Hormozy has a story or a quote that he brought up where he really said, if you were creating a human being, how would you make them strong? Do you just give it to them, or do you like give them reasons to become a strong person? Like you really have to build that person. So what is God doing? He's building you to be the person that can bear with the things that you want. Somebody who handles millions of dollars isn't going to be somebody who has got a hole burning in his pocket. Like, yes, are they big spenders sometimes? Sure. But it's really you have to become and have to ask for it. Have to prepare to be that person that you want to be. So 3-part: ask and be specific about your asks. Ask to become the person that you want to be, that can bear with the ask, and always be grateful for it and expect it to happen. Don't worry about how it's going to happen. Just be prepared for the opportunity to show up. Get ready for it, because you know they're coming, and just be grateful that it's already on its way. So build your life.